Dolphins, it's Mr. Swanson here talking to you about how to interpret our new block schedule for the upcoming school year. Each student will receive a class schedule like this example. Each student will be assigned to 7 classes, 1 lunch, and 1 advisory division. This example indicates this particular student has classes assigned to blocks 1 through 4, English assigned to block C, a lunch period in block D. Blocks 7 and 8 are followed by an advisory and division. Why is it that we have numbers and letters? What happened to this particular student's block 5 and block 6, you might be asking? Don't worry, I will get to all those. Every student will be assigned both full blocks indicated by a number and half blocks, which are indicated by letters. Full blocks are longer and generally meet only 3 times per week, while half blocks, indicated by the letters, are shorter and meet every day we have school. Let's look at the different bell schedules, then return to this example so we can get a better understanding of how each day works. First, let's review the orange and blue days. Orange days see odd blocks. Blue days see even blocks. Dolphin and early dismissal days see all blocks 1 through 8. Because students are assigned to different lunch half blocks, a student may be assigned to a lunch during any of the A, B, C, or D half blocks. However, there will always be one additional class attached to your lunch half block. For example, if a student is assigned a lunch block B for half lunch block, they will always have a class in half block A. There will never be a day without A and B paired together. As a reminder, half blocks are indicated by a letter, and therefore the corresponding full block numbers do not apply during your half blocks. Let's look at how a full 5-day week would look for our example student. Let's go for the bell schedules at the top. First, on Monday we have an orange day, followed by a blue day. Then on Wednesday is a dolphin day. Thursday and Friday then repeat orange and blue. If you notice, orange and blue days have certain blocks attached, and on Wednesday for dolphin day, all blocks 1 through 8 are shown. Notice advisory does not take place on Wednesdays with dolphin day. Now, notice how the half blocks repeat every day of the week. This is intentional, as each student must have a half block lunch paired with a class half block. So let's go through each class period so you can see how this works out. The example schedule on the right, the student has classes in blocks 1 through 4. Then half block C is English, half block D is lunch, full block 7 and 8, and then advisory. So moving to the left, let's start on Monday. The student will see biology, which is block 1, followed by block 3 on an orange day. So again, odd day is orange day. Now, if you look at the student's schedule on the right, there is no block 5, which would normally be after block 3. And the reason being is because instead of block 5, half block C, half block D take its place. So you see half block C is 45 minutes, half block D is 45 minutes, the lunch is during D, English is during C. After lunch, we resume with full blocks. Block 7, in this case, is choir, and then we go to advisory. Blue day, we start with evens. We go through evens all day. So block 2 is geometry, Notice how we're starting with block 2 instead of block 1 up first in the day, followed by block 4, which is PE in this case. And then we go, because there is no block 6 on this student's schedule, we have half blocks again, the same half blocks that we saw on Orange Day. So English for the first part, and then lunch for the second half, block D. Then we continue to block 8, which is again even. We go to World History. Orange and blue days always end with an advisory division period. Now, take a look at Dolphin Day. In this case, it's on Wednesday. We see all blocks 1 through 8, but again, this student does not have a block 5 or a block 6, so we still, in its place, go to C and D. We still have to see block C, block D, both half blocks every single day. Now, we continue with block 7 and block 8. There is no advisory on Dolphin Days. So, you might have a different half block than what's listed here. Your half block might be letters A and B. If you have A and B as a half block for your lunch and class, you would not have a block 3 or 4 anywhere on your schedule. However, you would have a block 5 and 6. So again, you can only have A and B or C and D. You cannot have both A and B and C and D. Additional information regarding the advisory time at the end of the day and the enrichment time will be announced in the coming weeks. It is understandable that you might have some questions about how to interpret your particular schedule. Don't worry, we will make announcements the first week of school on the PA system to help guide you. Your teachers will also let you know which block is next and where you should go. Don't worry, you will understand the block schedule after the first few days. Until then, enjoy the rest of your summer, and we will see you on the first day of school.